What if I told you that viruses buried for tens of thousands of years are waking up again, not in movies, not in fiction, in real life? Deep beneath the frozen ground of places like Siberia, something has been locked away since the Ice Age. Invisible, silent, waiting. But now, the Earth is warming, and that ancient ice called permafrost is melting. And with it, scientists are discovering viruses that haven't been seen by the world for 30,000, even 50,000 years. Some of them are still alive. Imagine this: a virus that existed when woolly mammoths walked the Earth, suddenly active again in today's world. Sounds like the start of a disaster movie, right? But here's the scary part. This is already happening. Deep beneath layers of ice, locked away in frozen soil and ancient glaciers, lies a hidden world that has remained untouched for thousands, sometimes millions of years. This world is not made of lost civilizations or buried treasure, but something far more unsettling: ancient viruses. These microscopic entities, once active in prehistoric ecosystems, have been preserved in a frozen state, suspended in time. And now, as Earth's climate changes rapidly, scientists are beginning to uncover a troubling possibility. These ancient viruses may not be dead. They may be waking up. To understand why this matters, we need to first understand what viruses are and how they behave. Viruses are not technically alive in the traditional sense. They cannot reproduce on their own and require a host, such as a human, animal, or even bacteria, to replicate. Despite their simplicity, they are incredibly resilient. Under the right conditions, some viruses can remain inactive for extremely long periods, only to become active again when conditions become favorable. One of the most important environments for preserving ancient viruses is permafrost. Permafrost is ground that has remained frozen for at least 2 consecutive years, but in many regions like the Arctic, it has been frozen for tens of thousands of years. This frozen layer acts like a natural deep freezer, preserving organic material including plants, animals, and microbes. Scientists have discovered everything from ancient mammoths to prehistoric bacteria within these frozen soils. But perhaps more concerning are the viruses hidden within. In recent years, researchers have successfully revived viruses that had been frozen for tens of thousands of years. In one study, scientists extracted a virus from Siberian permafrost that was estimated to be around 30,000 years old. Remarkably, once thawed and introduced to a suitable host organism in the lab, the virus became active again. This discovery confirmed that viruses can survive extreme conditions for far longer than previously believed. These revived viruses are often referred to as zombie viruses, a term that captures the imagination but also reflects a real scientific concern. While the viruses revived so far have not been harmful to humans, they demonstrate a critical point: ancient viruses can remain infectious after being frozen for millennia. This raises an important question: what other viruses might be hidden in the ice, waiting to be released? Climate change plays a central role in this emerging issue. As global temperatures rise, polar regions are warming at an accelerated rate. Permafrost is beginning to thaw, and glaciers are melting. This process not only releases greenhouse gases like methane and carbon dioxide, but it also exposes long-buried microorganisms. Viruses that were once safely locked away are now coming into contact with the modern world. The potential risks are significant. Unlike contemporary viruses, ancient viruses evolved in ecosystems that no longer exist. Modern humans and animals may have little to no immunity against them. This lack of immunity could make such viruses particularly dangerous if they were to infect living organisms today. While it is impossible to predict exactly how these viruses would behave, the possibility of new or re-emerging diseases cannot be ignored. There are already examples of diseases linked to thawing permafrost. In 2016, an outbreak of anthrax occurred in Siberia after a heat wave thawed the frozen carcass of a reindeer that had died decades earlier. The bacteria responsible for anthrax had survived in the frozen body and became active once thawed, infecting both animals and humans in the region. While anthrax is caused by bacteria rather than viruses, the incident demonstrates how pathogens can remain viable in frozen environments and re-emerge under the right conditions. Scientists are now actively studying ancient viruses to better understand their structure, behavior, and potential risks. This research involves carefully extracting samples from permafrost and analyzing them in controlled laboratory settings. Advanced technologies such as DNA sequencing allow researchers to identify viral genomes and compare them to known viruses. Through this work, scientists hope to anticipate potential threats and develop strategies to mitigate them. However, studying ancient viruses is not without controversy. Some experts worry that reviving these viruses in laboratory settings could pose its own risks. Strict safety protocols are required to ensure that these organisms do not accidentally escape or cause harm. The debate highlights a broader challenge in science: balancing the pursuit of knowledge with the need for caution and responsibility. Beyond the immediate risks to human health, the awakening of ancient viruses could have broader ecological impacts. Viruses play a crucial role in ecosystems by influencing populations of bacteria, plants, and animals. Introducing ancient viruses into modern ecosystems could disrupt these delicate balances in unpredictable ways. For example, a virus that infects a specific type of bacteria could alter microbial communities in soil or water, with cascading effects throughout the food chain. Another layer of complexity is the interaction between ancient viruses and modern pathogens. Viruses are known to exchange genetic material through processes such as recombination. If an ancient virus were to interact with a modern virus, it could potentially create new variants with unique characteristics. While this is a theoretical possibility, it underscores the need for ongoing research and monitoring. Despite these concerns, it is important to maintain perspective. The likelihood of a major outbreak caused by an ancient virus is still considered low by many experts. There are numerous barriers that would need to be overcome for such a scenario to occur. The virus would need to survive the thawing process, find a suitable host, and be capable of infecting and spreading within a modern population. Each of these steps presents its own challenges. Nevertheless, the issue of ancient viruses is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of Earth's systems. Climate change is not just about rising temperatures or melting ice. It has far-reaching consequences that extend into the microscopic world. The thawing of permafrost is unlocking a biological archive that has been sealed for thousands of years, and we are only beginning to understand what it contains. In response to these challenges, scientists and policymakers are exploring ways to monitor and manage the risks associated with thawing permafrost. This includes establishing surveillance systems in vulnerable regions, investing in research, and developing emergency response strategies. International collaboration is also essential, as the effects of climate change and emerging pathogens do not respect national borders. Public awareness is another important factor. Understanding the science behind ancient viruses can help reduce fear and misinformation. While the idea of zombie viruses may sound like something from a science fiction movie, it is grounded in real scientific research. By staying informed and supporting scientific efforts, society can better prepare for potential challenges. Looking ahead, the study of ancient viruses may also offer unexpected benefits. These viruses provide a unique window into the history of life on Earth. By studying their genetic material, scientists can gain insights into how viruses evolve and adapt over time. This knowledge could inform the development of new antiviral treatments and vaccines, potentially strengthening our ability to combat modern diseases. In addition, ancient viruses may hold clues about past climates and ecosystems. Because viruses often infect specific hosts, their presence in permafrost can reveal information about the organisms that lived in those environments thousands of years ago. This makes them valuable tools for understanding Earth's history. The story of ancient viruses waking up is still unfolding. Each new discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, revealing both risks and opportunities. It is a story that combines elements of biology, climate science, and human resilience. At its core, it is a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It can resurface in unexpected ways. As we continue to explore this hidden world, one thing is clear: the boundaries between past and present are more fragile than we once believed. The ice that has preserved these ancient viruses is melting, and with it comes a new set of questions. What else lies beneath the surface? How will it affect our world? And most importantly, are we prepared to face what emerges? The answers to these questions will depend on our ability to understand, adapt, and act responsibly. Science will play a crucial role, but so will global cooperation and public awareness. The awakening of ancient viruses is not just a scientific curiosity. It is a challenge that requires attention, caution, and a commitment to safeguarding the future. In the end, the story is not just about viruses. It is about change. It is about how human actions are reshaping the planet in ways that we are only beginning to comprehend. And it is about the importance of staying vigilant in a world where even the smallest entities can have the biggest impact. The frozen past is beginning to thaw, and with it comes a reminder that nature always keeps its secrets until it doesn't. As scientists continue uncovering these ancient biological clues, we may learn not only how diseases evolved, but also how life itself adapted and survived through countless ages. What do you think is the most surprising discovery about ancient viruses? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating science and history content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.